And here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It is here. Here I am. Hope you are there. One man went to mow the session again. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. That thing that we do round about this time is being done exactly now. If you're available, avail yourself of the session. As you're coming in, click on the like and subscribe button. That is your contribution to the session. So haven't clicked on the like and subscribe button, then just lean back, kick back, take it easy, and let us take you on this wild roller coaster ride that is often the session. One man went to mow, the eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 OJUKWU. Another Savior, holy, 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 OJUKWU.
Well, this is BIANCA. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 OJUKWU is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 OJUKWU is another Savior. Holy, 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 OJUKWU is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyamadika yabika kwa namno. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo. Mwanemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Just sing along, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting moving right and getting moving faster now. Holy, 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 Nnamdi is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right, moving faster. Nnamdi is another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Another Savior, holy, 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 OJUKWU. Another Savior, holy, 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 OJUKWU. Well, this is BIANCA. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 OJUKWU is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 OJUKWU is another Savior. Holy, 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 OJUKWU is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, the fast to victory. Inyamadika, yabika kwa namno wow. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo.
And there you heard it. The Igbotics, they are still at it again. Holy, holy, they continue to insist. So, holy, holy from the Igbotics, as guys, I bring you this. Federal government will gain access to foreign earnings from Dangote's fertilizer plant. So this is Buhari now surrendering the Nigerian nation to his fellow Fulani man from Kano State. This guy owns the fertilizer in the entirety of West Africa and by extension even Africa, all courtesy of the gifting of the Nigerian nation and soon to own the entirety of the oil industry in Nigeria and the entirety of West Africa. So the biggest foreign exchange earner now in Nigeria, not oil, but Dangote, federal government will gain access. Federal government will gain access to foreign earnings from Dangote's fertilizer, a headline attributed to the Aboki from Daura. So there it is right there, bought and paid for the Nigerian state. How I was maltreated, chained, tortured for 8 days in Kenya, the alpha one of the Igbo people, Nnamdi Kanu. So he now comes to speak to his experience in that infamous incident that happened in Kenya. So he now opens up to that space. How I was maltreated, chained, tortured for 8 days in Kenya, a headline attributed to Nnamdi Kanu. So from Nnamdi Kanu, police bar Cross River lawmakers from gaining entry after court order. So you recall now that the wind of change is sweeping through the Nigerian political space with all this carpet crossing and people taking mandates that they've gotten from one party and selling it off to another party. So the legal system, the judiciary system are saying enough is enough on that. And a lot of these people now that have cross-carpeted from one party to another, the law courts have taken their mandates from them and they cease to be whatever it is that they got mandated from they cease to be whatever it is that they got mandated for, that they then took from one party to another. So this essentially is the narrative of these lawmakers. Police bar Cross River lawmakers from gaining entry after court order. So we find out exactly what the latest development is in that space. Nigerian government borrowing from Central Bank of Nigeria jumps over 2,000% in 7 years. So we are saying that they've totally mortgaged that country, and they totally have. And now this is reflecting in the figures. Nigeria will never recover from what this Malam from Daura, this Fulani man from Daura has done to it. Completely sold out the entirety of the country. And that is the narrative. That country will essentially have to break up because to recover from what Buhari has done to it will be an impossibility. Nigerian government borrowing from Central Bank of Nigeria jumps over 2,000% in 7 years. So it's just that they should attach figures to that so we just know exactly what bondage is being vested, is being tied around our neck. So let's find out exactly how much bondage is being saddled upon us. I enjoyed the comedy that emerged from Ebelechukwu Bianca OJUKWU clash. Governor rather Soludo making the headline, essentially calling these two ladies Alawada comedians, jokers. So this is essentially what he has to say in response to that skirmish that happened during his inauguration. I enjoyed the comedy that emerged from the Ebele Bianca OJUKWU clash, a headline attributed to Governor Soludo. So that is the menu. So a very rich and an involved menu. So lean back, kick back, take it easy. As I said, make sure you have clicked on the like button. We are really pushing for that, and that doesn't even require an effort to do. So just do it. So click on the subscribe button, and of course, make sure you're subscribe button and the like button. So just quick flicks of your mouse, and then lean back, kick back, and take it easy and relax yourself into the session. If you want to come participate on the screen, just click on the hyperlink in the comment section that says StreamYard. So as you go about doing the clickings, let me provide you with a little bit of a musical backdrop. Put on your dancing shoes and let's go strictly come dancing in the east to the tunes of a Python dance.
O Mary Wonizu Woniroya Abakare Mama Daora Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi bu onye du aimo. O Mary Wonizu Woniroya Abakare Mama Daora Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Ola Bori Mary Nnamdi.
And there you heard it. Python dance, another Python dance. The Okoro people from the east, and more Yibo. So Python dance, another Python dance. As guys, I bring you this. Federal government will gain access to foreign earnings from Dangote's fertilizer, a headline attributed to the Aboki from Daura. The president, Major General Mohammed Buhari, retired on Tuesday, hailed Africa's richest man and Nigeria's pride, Aliko Dangote, describing him as the biggest employer of labor after the federal government. Buhari stated this during his speech when he inaugurated the multi-billion-dollar Dangote fertilizer plant located at Ibeduleki area of Lagos State. He also said the government will gain access. He also said the government would gain excessively in foreign earnings from the new plant. The world-class fertilizer plant was built at a cost of $2.5 billion with the capacity to produce 3 metric tons of urea per annum. So I don't know what urea is, so probably something specific and peculiar to that industry. Buhari said the new fertilizer plant would reduce Nigeria's importation of urea, adding that he hopes to inaugurate Dangote's refinery later this year. The president said, along with several other subsidiaries, Dangote Industries Limited has created millions of jobs across Nigeria. It is the second biggest employer of labor in this country after the government. This is very pleasing because job creation by private sector operators is vital security. That should be vital. So this is very pleasing because job creation by private sector operators is vital security as it takes thousands of youths off the streets. The nation also stands to gain excessively in earnings of foreign exchange with excess production and export from the plant. I am informed that you have started exporting to other countries, including the United States, India, and Brazil. Buhari also said, I look forward to inaugurating the refinery and petrochemical plant later this year. So there you have it now. That guy slowly and surely owning Nigeria piece by piece, being sold to it, of course, being sold to him, I should say, by his Fulani clansman. How I was maltreated, chained, tortured for 8 days in Kenya a headline attributed to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, detained leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, has narrated how he was tortured, maltreated, chained, and confined to a location without being told the reason for his arrest or shown any warrant of arrest in the Republic of Kenya by the secret agent. Kanu made this known in a letter written by Special Counsel Aloy Ejimako to the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami SAN, dated the 20th of March, giving clue on his arrest in Kenya before being brought to the country. According to the letter, the lawyer revealed that Kanu entered into Republic of Kenya with a British passport on May the 12th, 2021, and later settled down temporarily in the country. The lawyer explained that Kanu, on June the 19th, 2021, drove to Jomo Kenyatta Airport on personal errand and in attempt to pull over at the parking lot of the airport, he was allegedly accosted by about 20 armed men who handcuffed him, covered his face, and bundled him into their vehicle to an unknown destination. He alleged that his client was maltreated, chained, tortured for 8 days, and confined to a location without being told the reason for his arrest or shown any warrant of arrest before being smuggled to Nigeria. On October the 14th, 2015, Kanu was arrested on 11-count charge bordering on treasonable felony, terrorism, managing an unlawful society, publication of defamatory matter, illegal possession of firearms, and improper importation of goods, amongst others. Kanu's bail that was granted to him on health grounds was revoked by a court sitting in Abuja and issued a bench warrant for his arrest on the same day over his failure to appear in court for the hearing. So there it is right there. Kanu now opens up to tell us exactly what happened to him in Kenya. So apparently he wasn't actually arrested coming into the country. This is the one thing that we've picked up from his own account. He wasn't actually arrested coming into the country. He was already in the country, and they said temporarily. So that is to say that he was intent of being in that country for a period of time. So he had now gone. So he drove, they said. So he was settled enough to even be able to drive in the country. So he had now gone to the airport to pick up whatever, somebody almost certainly. And then he was surrounded and accosted, handcuffed and apprehended and taken to a location. He claimed he was chained and tortured, but he did not actually tell us what exactly the nature of that torture was. So Kanu adds more light to his arrest in Kenya. Policemen bar Cross River lawmakers from gaining entry after court order. The Nigerian police force personnel on Tuesday blocked all entries. The Nigerian police force personnel on Tuesday blocked all entrances, I should say, to the Cross River State House of Assembly. The officers, who also occupied the assembly's premises, included those from the anti-kidnap and cultism squad and the regular policemen armed to the teeth. They reportedly turned back staff members of the assembly, whom they cautioned not to loiter. Let me start that and tell you all over again. The Nigerian police force personnel on Tuesday blocked all entrances to the Cross River State House of Assembly. The officers, who also occupied the assembly's premises, included those from the anti-kidnap and cultism squad and the regular policemen armed to the teeth. They reportedly turned back staff members of the assembly whom they cautioned not to loiter around. According to a report by correspondents, the police officers took their positions as early as 6 a.m. on Tuesday, according to eyewitnesses. The security build-up may not be unconnected to the judgment delivered by a federal high court in Abuja, presided over by Justice Taiwo, which sacked 20 lawmakers of Cross River State House of Assembly who defected to the All Progressive Congress APC. The lawmakers had dumped the PDP alongside Governor Ben Ayade, who said he joined the ruling party to support President Mohamed Buhari to build a greater nation. Some of the police officers were also sighted close to Ayade's office, which was a few meters away. Motorists and passers-by are having a difficult time navigating through the crowd of security men, their vans, and other onlookers. The ruling APC had said they had applied to the court for a stay of execution of the judgment while they proceeded to the appeal court. So that there it is now, the sanitization of the Nigerian political system, long overdue. We hope that these judgments, because it's not just this one, there's just a glut of them at the moment. We hope that they subsist and hold. Nigeria's government's borrowing from Central Bank of Nigeria jumped over 2,000% in 7 years. The federal government's borrowing from the Central Bank of Nigeria has jumped to 18.1 trillion naira. The amount as it currently stands is a 2,701% increase under the administration of President Buhari when compared to the 648 billion naira it stood as of June 2015, a month before coming into power. The federal government takes loans from the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Ways and Means Advances Facilities, used to finance the government in periods of temporary budget shortfall, subject to limits imposed by Section 38 of the CBN Act 2007. Breakdown of CBN data published on its website showed in 2021 alone, the government turned to the Apex Bank to loan 4.34 trillion to push its total to 17.45 trillion. A breakdown from the CBN data shows that as at the end of 2015, CBN loan to the government stood at 856 billion naira before increasing to 2.23 trillion in December 2016. The amount grew by 1.08 trillion in 2017 to 3.31 trillion. It rose further by 2.1 trillion in 2018 to 5.41 trillion. Government borrowing from CBN surged by 61% to 8.72 trillion at the end of 2018. Borrowing hit 13.11 trillion in 2020 after government collected another 4.9 trillion to plug its fiscal financial gap. So there it is right there. 2,000% borrowing in 7 years. Is that commensurate though with the life that Nigerians are living? The quality of life has regressed 2,000% in Nigeria, and the government borrowing has increased 2,000% in Nigeria. So there it is. That is the narrative. The poverty capital of the world, people not able to eat, people not able to move, no electricity, no petrol, no food, no water, no education, no health, nothing. But their borrowing has increased 2,000, not 20, not 200, 2,000%. That's from CBN alone. Well, if you add all the other borrowings, then just and the last person to leave the Nigerian state, please switch off the lights. That's just where we are. So we land on this as the last readout, and then we see who is available to take it on. I enjoyed the comedy that emerged from Ebelechukwu, Bianca Ojukwu's clash, a headline attributed to Governor Soludo. The Anambra State Governor, Charles Soludo, on Tuesday reacted to the fracas between the immediate past First Lady of Anambra State, Ebele Obiano, and Bianca OJUKWU, wife of Biafran warlord Ojukwu. Ebele Chukwu Obiano and OJUKWU Bianca had recently fought each other at the inauguration of Soludo. During the event, Ebelechukwu walked to where Bianca was seated, and immediately both women engaged each other in a fisticuff. The unfortunate spectacle drew the attention of security agents and some personalities who pulled Mrs. Obiano off the hold of Bianca, who was visibly shocked at the action. However, Governor Soludo, while speaking on Arise TV, asserted that a movie or even a song would emerge from the event. He said he had enjoyed comedy that had emerged from it, noting that there was no distraction whatsoever. He said, "The comedy that has emerged from it all, that is what I have enjoyed. There is no distraction whatsoever. I think it was meant to be. Sometime to come, there will even be some movie or comedies or even a song out of that. Uh, as you saw, I didn't even notice much of what happened. I think it happened whilst I was going to sign the oath of allegiance. It was just like 1 second thing. I turned again and continued signing my thing, and I have not had 1 minute discussing it other than the comic relief you see posted. We are intensely focused on what we must deliver to our people." So there is a Soludo's response to the Baba Salah little skit by So there is the little response from the Baba Salah little skit by Bianca and Ebele. So there it is right there. So Adale Koko, I see you. X0, I see you. So let me start you off, Ajanle Koko, then with Buhari insisting that Nigeria is now going to be reliant on Aliko Dangote for foreign exchange. And also the way this guy is sweeping up pretty much every industry within the Nigerian space. What are you making of that? Is this good news or is this cause for concern? The Dangote fertilizer that was inaugurated.
Well, good morning, one man. Good morning, Zero. Good morning, our brother Alexandra Gomez. And I'm Vin from Ghana. And I'd like to urge all our viewers around the world, please click on the like button, subscribe if you have not done that, and share this session to your friends and others that you know. Okay, on the topic of the day, I want to view it in two ways. Number one, it shows that the president does not know how business work. It shows that it doesn't have idea at all how business work. And number two, it shows that we have surrendered the economic power of the country to Dangote. On the number one, that doesn't know how business works, that Dangote is not going to be paying Nigeria in dollars because it's operating in Nigeria. Every taxes that Dangote will pay Nigerian state is going to be in local currency because Nigerian government taxes on its business, like corporate tax, value-added tax, and withholding tax and other taxes are going to be based on how much you make as profit in Nigeria. So what he's saying that Dangote is going to help Nigeria to search for foreign exchange, I don't really understand him. It's Dangote business that will be making that forex when they ship their product abroad. They will make that forex for themselves, for their businesses, to continue their international business transaction. Except he's telling us that they will have to buy dollars from Dangote to run the economy. Except that is what he's telling us. Except
You see, with all of these things that hold on, Ego. Yeah, with all of these things that Dangote is doing, what I've often wondered is there a clause in all of this facilitation that Nigeria gives him that he has to sell a certain quota of his production to the Nigeria as at a concessionary rate? So he will sell the oil. He has to sell a certain quota at a concessionary rate to the Nigerian industry. And these fertilizers, he has to sell a certain quantity at a concessionary rate to Nigeria. Because we're gifting him all of these things to make him probably the richest man in the world. So what is he giving back is the thing. What legal vehicle have we got to make sure that we're not the losers in this deal? This guy they're just gifting Nigeria to him. Every single sector. The rice, the milk, the cement, the fertilizer, the oil. What are we getting from this guy is the thing.
Nigeria will always be a loser when it comes to the issue of Dangote. You cannot expect an individual to be giving Nigeria dollars. What is the president telling Nigeria?
No, but Nigeria has to build in legal bindings to make sure that the country is not a loser in its transaction with this.
All these are to the detriment of the citizens that have no food to eat in this country, one man. Yes, Nigeria today, 90% of them don't have food at home. There is hunger across the country. So when you continue to enrich only one man and expecting to come and divide dollar for you people, you are making mistake. You will only carry the dollar and go and bank them somewhere.
All right. Now let's hear from Ajanle Koko. So Ajanle Koko, what are you making of? Do you share my concern that what are we getting from this guy in all of these deals?
One man. Who are we to know? We don't know, because we don't run a real democracy. The country where a real democracy is run, everything have to be transparent. Citizens should be able to have access to information, and when we have a democracy where citizens can have access to information, then everything will be open to everybody. There will be no question to ask, because we can easily have access to information, and we can ask questions where we know that our government is not doing good, or our government is not protecting our interests. But do we have access to the agreement and all the whatsoever that the government have done behind the scene with Dangote running his refinery in Nigeria? We don't know it. So when it happens like that, that government doesn't have a transparent economy, we don't have a transparent, we can't have access to information, it shows that the people in government are doing something at the detriment of the people and to their own advantage. So everything they have done with Dangote is with the advantage of the politician and not to the advantage of the people. So what I'm trying to say here is that whether they have consensus with him or they don't have any consensus on anything with him, that is what we don't know.
This guy will
So,
quickly emerge the richest man in the world. Look at that. He controls the oil in the fifth largest, top seven oil exporting country. He controls the oil. He controls the fertilizer for 200 million people immediately. But then the whole of that West African and then Africa, he will control he has the second largest fertilizer production plant in the world. So he's going to control all of the market in Africa and expand even beyond to Asia, etc. This guy very quickly, within the next 10 years, he'll be the richest man in the world.
well, yeah, you are right, because with what we have seen and with the statement coming from the president, it shows that Nigerian state has surrendered the most lucrative resources in that country to this man. The only source of our foreign revenue, have been surrendered to him. So it just shows that this administration has failed us completely, and we the people have to stand up and challenge misgovernance. And what we are seeing playing out is because we fail in challenging misgovernance. People that are standing up to challenge misgovernance, we chastise them, we don't follow them, we don't do anything with them. And this is what the nation has brought us to. So it's a complete surrender of the economy to this man. Because if you take out this oil, from the product that Nigeria export nothing. This is the most significant source of our revenue that keep Nigeria going. So, and once this is surrendered to one man, and that shows that this is the man that will drive our economy. And this is the man that we will all listen to as a nation or as a country. Wherever he like, it will drive us to economically. If he can threaten the country at any time he likes economically. So the national security of the country has been surrendered to this man. The power of that country is the crude oil, and he's going to have the control of the crude oil. So it's just a complete bad statement from him. It shows that this man doesn't have the knowledge of how business work, and he doesn't know the implication and of his statement. And it's just unfortunate we have people like this in power that are very incompetent, that lack capacity of leadership, that lack capacity in anything you can imagine, you can ever imagine. It's just shameful that the nation has failed. I mean, this man and his team and his party, APC. We have to keep mentioning this. We have to kill APC in Nigeria. It is either APC kill Nigeria or Nigerian kill APC. If Nigeria want to survive as a country, they have to kill that party. If Nigeria don't kill that party, the APC will kill Nigeria. It is clear. We have seen how they have run that country for 7 years. So that's my position.
All right, thank you, Ajan Lekoko. Ajan Lekoko, let me take you to the next talking point. So this is a space that's been shrouded in mystery, even though he has been ongoing for quite a while now. Nnamdi Kanu comes out to tell us what exactly transpired in Kenya, and he narrates how he was picked up. So contrary to what actually obtains to be the truth, we, and let me say I, and I think a lot of people were of the impression that He was coming into Kenya, and as he was going through the system to go into the country, he was apprehended at the airport and bundled back to Nigeria. But from the letter that he wrote to the Attorney General as part of his defense package, what actually seems to emerge is that he was already in Kenya, staying there for a temporary period of time, which tells us that he's going to be there for months, if not days. And then he drove to the airport, on an errand, and an errand to the airport would be to pick somebody up. And as he was coming into the parking lot to settle his car in, he was surrounded by 20 armed men, and he was handcuffed and apprehended. So this is a different narrative to what seemed to be the subsisting narrative that he was arrested at the airport. So he was actually arrested at the parking lot. So that tells us then that he was already in Kenya. So what are you making of this information, and how does this permutate to the widely held belief, Ajanle Koko?
Well, according to the report, I think he went to the airport. It's at the airport parking lot that he was arrested. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, he was arrested at the parking lot, coming to pick somebody up from the airport because he was already in Kenya with whatever, fat bottom girls, as we say,
Yeah, we don't know if their parking lot have CCTV. If their parking lot has CCTV, the CCTV should be able to capture it. And I believe that Kenya being an international country, a country where people from all over part of the world travel to for what we know, they are a tourist country, international tourist nation. So I believe they will have CCTV there. CCTV should be able to capture this incident. And if that happen, then this Kenya authority should be able to tell the world the truth of what really happened. Should we have been able to capture the faces of those that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, and they should be able to expose them. So we cannot rule out the complicity of Kenya state in this in the kidnapping of Kanu. So they have to come out clean. It looked to me that they are involved, and they have to come out clean to the world. It is unfortunate that it happened there. It happened like that because according to the report, he's already living in the country.
Yeah. This is according to him or via his lawyer.
Yeah, he's already living in the country. He went to the airport to pick up somebody, and he was kidnapped there. So Kenya should be able to come out clean and show the footage of the incident. They don't have to hide anything. If they are not complicit in this, there's no reason why they cannot come out clean and to show to the world that they are not involved in this. If they don't do that, we should still hold Kenya as a country responsible for the kidnap of and rendition of Nnamdi Kanu.
All right, thank you, Ajanle Koko. So, Ajanle Koko, just when you're about to give up on all hope in Nigeria, then up pops something that surprises you, that makes you wonder if there's still hope for that country. So, at the judgment that is sweeping through the political space, all these people carpet crossing now being sacked by the courts. This happened in Cross River State, and the judgment has been doubled down on with the enforcement of it. Policemen bar Cross River lawmakers from gaining entry after court order. So this was the Justice Taiwo pronouncement that which doubled down on that Justice Ekwo pronouncement. And by the way, there's a judgment coming up on Ayade this Friday. And all of this judgment is to say that you cannot cross from one party to another and take that mandate to another party. They made the judgment and they are now enforcing it now. The Cross River State House of Assembly encircled by policemen. a good development, Ajale Koko?
Yeah, it's a good development. It's it. I wish these people that have been ruled against by the court should be permanently barred from the National Assembly while the case is going up to the next, to the, what do you call it, to appeal court. I believe they're going to appeal, and from appeal to Supreme Court. I believe they should be temporarily not allowed to have access to the National Assembly until the case is finally determined by Supreme Court, because having access to the National Assembly, they can use the resources of the state, to favor themselves while this case is ongoing. So the move by the security, to stop them from gaining entry to the National Assembly is a good move. It's a good move. We should commend that.
Should their salaries be stopped? Their salaries must be stopped as well, because they are no longer in that employment. And
yes,
if they continue to pay them, then that is fraud.
That is fraud. So
yeah,
they should be temporarily stopped from having access to the resources of the state, all their benefit and everything, and everything should be stopped for now. We just follow this case up to the Supreme Court if necessary. It's good. The same thing should be done to the governor. What's the name of that state? Ebonyi State.
Yes.
The man should have been stopped as well from having
no,
access.
He shouldn't be going to that office now. Yes. If the court have sacked him, he shouldn't be going to that.
Yeah, he should be out completely. He should be out from.
Maybe the leader of the house should have temporary charge of the state.
Yes.
Until matters are settled, because as he subsists now, he's not the governor.
Yeah. So what we are seeing playing out is good for our democracy. I wish the judiciary should step up their game. They should not allow the politicians to corrupt them. They should not allow the politicians to use them against the development of democracy in the country. And Dr. Justice Taiwo and the other judge that useless governor from Ebonyi was attacking and calling.
Just for that, it should be sacked. The arrogance and this just tells you what they are like. Now, a judge tells you something, and you call a press conference to hurl abuse.
You started lambasting the judge. I mean, what he did was, should be viewed as contempt of court.
Of course, it is now. Even they should be in prison for that if it doesn't have that immunity.
Yeah, it's a contempt of court. You have the right under the Constitution to appeal. The judge did his job, but you try to call him and try to, call him all sort of names and abuse him, mischaracterize this man and saying he doesn't. He's trying to favor PDP and that all the state matters in his court is going to be withdrawn. I mean, it's just barbaric that these politicians have turned themselves to God over us, and they just want to buy their way through to continue to rule us. So we should welcome that development. Those people should be barred temporarily while this case is ongoing. And the same thing should be done to all the governors. I mean, Umahi, and if the one on Friday coming up against the governor of Cross River, those ones should be barred from office as well while this case is ongoing. So that is the best for our democracy.
And I would like this to conclude before they come out of office. So I don't want it to be done retrospectively. I want them, even if for one day, to be sacked from that office, just to
Yeah,
finalize that space. That no, this we are not. This is not what we are doing here. This is not the Wild West, and we are not barbarians. They should, because he should have some. He should be disgraced out of that space. To serve as a warning to the rest of them.
yeah, yeah. They should be disgraced, and it is just good for our democracy, and it's good for the interest of our people, because you can't just uh, uh, use the platform of one party to get to power and then abandon that party and go to the move to another party, and you think that is normal. It is not normal, because the people that voted for you on the particular party platform voted for you to go and carry out the program of that party. So abandoning that party is like you abandon the interests of the people now to pursue your own selfish interests in another party. So you abandon the interests of the people that voted you in power, and then you went to another party so that you can pursue your own selfish interests of looting and looting the resources and perpetrate corruption. No, it should be stopped. So it's a good development. Maybe they will start others around the country that have moved from one party to another party now. All of them will be shivering where they are now, because judiciary have to help democracy. If judiciary doesn't function well in any democracy, that democracy will never develop and will never deliver any good thing to the people of that country. So we have to commend the judge and the police that are implementing the ruling. We have to commend the police as well for doing a good job this time.
Oh, all right, well done. A very
Can
rare
I can I can
commendation
I
for.
comment, please?
Yeah, go on briefly. Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. So, as much as I agree with everything we've said, and I applaud the judgment as well, I believe the judiciary is still part of our major problem in the country. They are not giving express judgment in most cases, or in every cases we are citing. What happened in Ebonyi? Now we have a follow-up with Cross River State. What should follow up? Are we having a fresh election? Okay, should parties be presenting their candidates forward for a fresh election? The
No,
court
no,
is
no,
not
no,
saying.
no, no, no. They gave clear directives, especially in Ebonyi State. They directed the court to withdraw Umahi's certificate of return, and then to invite PDP to bring two names for the deputy and the governor, for the governor and the deputy, because
Why
what they
PDP?
because what they are saying is that the mandate was a PDP mandate, not a Bonyi mandate. So the votes still count, the mandate still subsists, but the driver for it has abandoned the vehicle. So they just the PDP to just nominate two people because they already have their mandate.
And what about the House of Representatives as well? I mean, the
The-
House of
no, they,
Assembly.
no, they called for a by-election for that.
Okay, because I
Yeah,
didn't
that,
hear
that,
that
that
part of
that
it.
was the judgment of Justice Yang. Yes.
I didn't hear that part, so that's why I came into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. Ajanle Koko, let me go on from you to Ahizon. Ahizon, are you there?
Yes, I am, my brother.
All right. Thank you, Ahizon. So, Ahizon, let me take you out of Nigeria to Kenya, where it's nice and sunny, but not for Nnamdi Kanu, who's no longer there. Apparently, contrary to what we held as gospel, the gospel is actually he wasn't coming into the country; he was already in the country enjoying those Instagram babes that he went there for. So he was already in the country just enjoying fat bottom girls. but he then went to the airport to pick up somebody, but he was tailed from wherever he was. Maybe the Instagram babe sold him out, but then that was where he was picked up. So what are you then making of this new information regarding the first citizen of the Igbo people?
One man talking shit again. Stop that, Igbo people.
What are you talking about now?
And next time, you need to attend to us accordingly. First come, first serve. Don't come and do the things you do.
It's how the conversation flows now.
Last time, I was the last person to contribute, and
I will cede my position to Bia, please.
You don't cede your position, please. I wait for my turn. I wait for my turn.
Okay, so
because every time in Nigeria, that's how you guys treat women. Don't do like that.
You are
not all right. It's not all right. It's not all right.
That if you come in, you will come and oppose. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
Who is that talking? Please introduce yourself properly. Who are you?
That's ex-hero now. You
know. Okay, my ex-hero. No, Allah. Sorry about that.
Okay, so to you then, so Nnamdi Kanu then he was already enjoying the delight of.
Ex-hero was there before me.
Hold on, no, you forced the space to own it.
No, I'm not forcing it.
Nnamdi Kanu was already enjoying fat bottom girls in Kenya, contrary to what we thought he was just going there because some Instagram babe asked him to come. But he was already there with the Instagram babes.
I'm only saying, let me reduce the volume of my voice. I'm only saying to do things accordingly.
Don't worry, I will talk later. Take the floor.
X0 was here before me.
No, don't worry, Bia.
Queen was here before me.
What are we doing now? Who wants to speak? Whoever wants to speak should just own it now. So, Bia, you own it. So,
okay.
Nnamdi Kanu and fat bottom girls, that's where we are.
I want to talk about the fertilizer one. Dangote one. I don't have to always start from now.
Okay. Go there. So, what are you then making then? It's somewhat good news for him personally, but is it good news for the Nigerian space? Is it cause for concern? The way this guy is somewhat buying up the country bit by bit. Second largest fertilizer plant in the world, top 3 largest oil refinery in the world, all gifted to him by the Nigerian state. But what does Nigeria and Nigerians get out of it is the question.
Okay, can you help me read out about the fertilizer issue so I can talk about it?
Oh God, I'm not going to reread it now. Yeah.
No, just summarize it. I'm not saying read the whole.
BUHARI has gone to inaugurate a fertilizer plant in Ibejuleki, which was built by Dangote, which is the second largest fertilizer plant in the world. So that is what he has gone to do, and he's saying that Dangote, that plant, is going to be a foreign exchange generator for the Nigerian state. So we were querying why Dangote should be the one generating foreign exchange for the Nigerian state, and we were also asking if there's a clause in all of the facilitations that the country facilitates for this Fulani man that Nigeria should benefit from it. So is there a clause in the agreement of the Nigerian state with this chap that the Nigeria should get a concessionary price in terms of product and a quota of its product as well? So let's say, for instance, 20-30% of your product goes to Nigeria at 30% or 20% of the market value, just for all of the facilitation that. So what are we getting? What have we built in to ensure that we don't lose out in this Dangote deal is the question.
We are going to definitely lose, not just money-wise, in terms of environmental problems are going to still, get worse in Nigeria. Not only that, there is a monogamy of pocketing of goods and commercial stuff that the government has bestowed. And on top of one man, this Dangote, his generations are never ever going to be poor. Why can't the government do things the right way? I'm sure there are other bright business people in Nigeria that can do that, or Nigeria can do it as a federal, or maybe some states can do it, just like the way we've been saying, to allocate developments to states according to their talents. You know, if these, you know, some areas for their oil, some areas for mining, you know, and then come to the center, contribute to the center. But now I am against this. I'm against this move by the federal government with this fertilizer issue in Nigeria being the second in the world. Is going to be detrimental not only for Lagosians where this plant is, all across Nigeria, because pollution goes by air as well. When these fertilizers are being manufactured, and I can tell you that categorically that these fertilizers are possibly going to be synthetically manufactured, they are not going to benefit the environment. We have lots of human, you know, urine and animal urine that, you know, can be broken down for the soil to use. We can, you know, use natural resources that we already have in Nigeria, you know, natural urine waste products that can metabolize from a human and animal composite to as completely natural source of organic fertilizers for our plants in Nigeria, so that our children can eat organic, healthy, fresh food.
What German stuff are you talking? Don't talk German now. We're
I'm
just
not
asking.
talking German.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you that the fertilizers are going to be synthetically manufactured in the lab. It's not going to be
How do you know
organic.
that? How do you know that?
I know something of such scale can never be organic. When is there? How do you know that it's difficult to find organic fertilizers in Nigeria? Do you know that? We are buying fertilizers from other places and copying other countries in the West, you know, the way they produce food.
Is fertilizer not synthesized? It is synthesized? It's synthetic anyway? Is it
no,
not?
It's not synthetic. One man, there's a difference.
What about all the fertilizers we import? Are they
One man,
organic?
listen to me. Let me finish my contribution, and then you go and make your research. This is an area that I know about, and I know my stuff. So when I'm talking, you listen. If you don't understand it, you go and make your research. I am telling you categorically there are different types of. There's a synthetic manufactured fertilizer in the lab. When you're making urea in the lab, it's not the same as the one that comes from urine from animals and humans that are metabolized, you know, that releases the nitrogen.
Yeah, but what's the greater point that you are making? Because
my greater point is that it's going to be an environmental hazard for the environment. Not only that, it's going to make us make Dangote more poor and the people more rich and the people more poor. We are still not going to get quality food. When people buy those fertilizers, they are synthetically made. They should promote.
Hold on. We use a lot of fertilizers in Nigeria at the moment, which we import. Are they synthesized or are they organic?
Most of them are synthesized. That's why I'm saying
we are already using and we've traditionally always used synthesized.
One man.
Except
if I can interject. Can I interject, please?
Kind of fertilizer.
Yeah, but that's a broader space. No, that's a broader space than Dangote. That's not Dangote now. That's a broader space than Dangote.
Yeah, can I interject?
Okay, yes, please.
No, woman, I understand what she's saying. It's and to your point, it's a larger space because it's addressing the larger impact of this big fertilizer refinery that he's going to build.
That's all he eating and making noise again.
So it's going to have
sorry, carry on. Yeah.
So it's going to have what she's saying is the cost to the people is not just going to be financial and economic. It's also going to be health related because the fertilizer plant will have exposure to the environment that will be costly, and then the food that people will use to grow the food people will grow with the fertilizer would also have part of the chemical in it, which will also have long-term effects. So in other words, you know, when you see these sort of things, there could be, not saying there definitely will, but there could be more incidents of
that's not a
cancer.
Hold on, Aizon. That's not a Dangote concern. That's an industry concern.
No, it's a federal government concern. The federal government has a responsibility to protect its citizens' health and well-being.
Oh,
So
okay,
in other,
so then they put measures in place, but you are saying it's going to be synthesized fertilizer.
One man,
But
like,
fertilizer,
let me
hold
finish my
on,
contribution.
fertilizers at a mass production level, they are synthesized globally.
I need to explain myself thoroughly so that you can understand my point. Don't just cut me in the middle. So let me land first of all.
It's a dialogue, not a monologue.
It's not a dialogue because it's not sounding what you want to hear, and what you don't know it or one man.
No, I don't know it all, but I can query what you are saying. So
you can't query. What I'm saying is fact, but you don't know it. So go and read up on it. I am trying to say that I would rather farm with the goat extractors and chicken extractors in my village than to buy Dangote fertilizer. I'm trying to say, in Nigeria, we have a lot of waste materials from humans and animals that can be used to make organic fertilizers for the good health consumption of the people of Nigeria.
That's not the bad now. That space is not the bad. Nobody is asking you not to do that. So that has
but why can't the government? Why can't the government just say, okay, we've given Dangote the ticket to sell organic, naturally made fertilizers from Nigeria?
No, hold on. Do you understand what this guy has just done? The second largest fertilizer plant in the world.
The largest. People are dying of cancer from.
This is a global achievement.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
One man, what are you talking about? We are going through environmental demands, health demands. People are dying of all sorts of diseases, and you're telling me that we want to inherit the whole world because Dangote is giving the ticket to kill all of us all to eat food that is not healthy. What are you talking about?
All right.
One man, please.
I don't know where you're taking us to, but
you don't understand, but you cannot understand because it's not your field. So go and make your research before you start talking, one man.
All right. Okay. All right, thank you, Bia. So Bia, let me take you to another talking point. I don't agree with you, by the way, but let me just.
You don't have to. You know, because you don't understand it.
No, don't tell me I don't understand it. I have a vague idea. You may know more than me, but I
don't know more than you.
I know you can know more than me now. So
I can never know more than you, one man. What do I know? You are the bonjour common now.
No, you said it's your specialism now, so surely you
will woman. If I may,
sometimes that I am sure about.
Sometimes when these things are done, you know, we only look at the economic costs and benefits financially. We don't look at the human cost and the long-term impacts that would end up costing the nation even more money, because if you have more incidents of cancer and you don't have the healthcare facilities to treat all these incidents, the Nigerian state will be incurring much more expenses in trying to find ways to keep its populace healthy.
Exactly. Why can't we live sustainably?
And that's Bria brings up a really key point in how we approach agriculture in Nigeria. You know, our ancestors used the organic means.
But that's not a Dangote question.
No. It's a larger point, but it ties into the Dangote refinery.
I'm saying I am against Dangote's whatever he's doing with that fertilizer. That fertilizer is not going to be good for me and my family in Nigeria. Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You see, this the urea that is going to is one of the. It's a compound that is going to be, used to produce those fertilizers, and they have this urea has a very is it a carcinogenic effect on human beings? When they are used.
Ammonia.
In planting this. In fact, I will even prefer potassium and potassium.
Is it even urine? Urine is fertilizer now. When you urinate,
exactly.
That's fertilizer.
You see, there is a problem. We are having a serious problem here in Ghana. Most of the yam we produce now have been rejected by the European community because of the fertilizer we use. That is the same urea. It will make the yam will not last long. The yam that's supposed to last 3 weeks after cutting it. Once you cut it, this one that is used, these fertilizers to produce, before you realize it, the next day it starts rotting. So, and when they ban our yam, now as we speak, we cannot ship yam unless it is being properly tested because of the fertilizer, the urea fertilizer type that we've been using to produce them. That is the
not only
problem.
that, my main concern as well is that this urea they are using in the fertilizer in Nigeria, urea is highly water soluble, which I believe that the storage in Nigeria will not be as good as the way they manage all these possible chemical
No, you cannot
problems.
say that though.
1 minute, let me finish. When these
No,
things, the rain falls, 1
you
minute,
can't
we
just
live in
run
the
him
worst.
down because he's a
One
Fulani
man,
guy.
please
Is
be
this
realistic
tribalism?
now.
Are you being
It is
tribalistic?
not tribalism. I'm saying that urea is water soluble, and when it rains in Nigeria, where those fertilizers are stored are going to run into our water system, and it is highly negative for the health and the environment. It's disaster.
How do you know that? How do you
I know
know?
that because I farm and I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know it all.
if you know that, then the people doing it, do you think they do not know that? Do you think they would not have accommodated for that?
One man, I can tell you categorically that it's possible that Dangote sell the things he sells to us, he doesn't consume. It's possible. I'm not saying it's 100%.
Oh,
Okay,
why should he consume it? He's a billionaire now. He eats at the high
so we
table.
should go and
Do
eat
you?
cancer and die. You say I'm trying to say Nigeria can go in a sustainable way and make ourselves and
Sustainable
people
way.
there
You can't even
healthy.
eat. You want to be sustainable. Look at this.
We have
What are you
everything,
talking
one
about?
woman.
man,
We have everything in
one
Nigeria.
man, one
Look
man,
at
she's
all the
making a
people
really
everywhere in Nigeria.
yeah, let me support you real quick, please. One man, she's making a very good point. I think, if you look like a country like Costa Rica, right? Costa Rica has a very healthy population. Why? Because they make the health of their citizens one of the most important things. The healthcare system is very good. They make sure the food they eat is healthy and clean, which reduces the number of sicknesses they have in their environment. So Bia's point is actually a very important point because healthcare costs go up the more sick people you have in your society. So if you can make sure that the food people are eating, right, is sustainably grown and you reduce the number of chemicals used to grow the food, you will have a healthier population.
Yeah,
I'm
So
not against
that's a global concern,
I'm
though.
not
Is that not a
against
global
Dangote.
concern? It's not
I
a
support
Dangote
whatever he's
specific.
doing. I support Dangote if only he can sell fertilizers that are more healthy for the environment and the people.
And by the way, he has already started exporting these fertilizers to the United States, India, and Brazil. Are you saying they are taking these not fit for purpose fertilizers
Yes,
from
it's
him?
possible they are because even
The United
the meat.
States.
1 minute. Do you know that they are making meat in the lab now? One man, please now. The way the world is going now, everyone has got a choice. But for me and my household, I believe in eating in an organic way and in a sustainable way. I'm saying in Africa, we have everything. We have the sun. We have the humus soil. Oh man.
Let me support
1 minute. Let me just
one
shout it
man,
off so that
wait, let me ask one man a question. Why are you so reluctant to embrace this point that's being put forward? I want to get your thoughts.
I take Bia's point as a wider point, and I'm on board with her about the organic living, healthy living, and I take the point that the chemicals in the food, they are causing harm to our health. When I go to the shops in this country, my heart skips when I start to pile things in the basket. When
one man, before you
hold on,
misunderstand me,
you
water
need a
is
chemistry
chemical.
degree. You need a chemistry degree sometimes to even know what is in the food that you are eating. This is what obtains in the world.
1 minute, let me
But
finish.
that's a
1 minute,
wider
I'm in
point.
my
That's not
space
a
now. 1 minute,
Dangote.
1 minute,
That's not a
1 minute.
Dangote.
One man, I want to say something to you, yeah? I am saying that water, I'm not saying chemical free because water is chemical. Even the air we breathe, oxygen is chemical. Yeah, I'm talking about fertilizers that are synthetically made in the lab just for profit, copying the West. We are here. We know how the food are. Let me finish. Let me finish. One man, for goodness sake. Let me finish.
Eating genetically modified food now.
I don't eat that. I don't know about you. I don't eat that. I don't eat that. I make sure I buy Soil Association certified organic. It has to be certified. That's what I eat.
You must be joking.
I'm
Who
not
can
perfect.
afford to
I'm
live
not
like
joking.
that?
Let me finish. One man, this urea, how it's made in the lab, yeah? Because it's an organic compound, they make it synthetically, but we can achieve those natural urea from urine. That's what I'm saying. And even the microbes in the soil can help to convert all this natural organic atmospheric nitrogen into plants, into forms that the plants can take. I'm saying we have the sun, We have the green plants. When we cut them down, we have all the excretors. In the West, they are doing that because they don't have vast land like us. We have everything to make organic natural fertilizer and even supply the West.
Hold on,
we can
Bia.
supply them.
Hold on, Bia. We've had all these things prior to Dangote building his plant. We've had all these things that you are describing. We've had them prior to Dangote building his plant.
We've had them.
Yes.
But my point is still that it doesn't matter whether we have it or not, but to live sustainable and in an organic, healthy way is better. That is the future. And I believe Africa has got it. We can, create our own organic fertilizer and sell to the West, After all, some of their plants are in Africa, but we can live sustainably and live in a healthy way that, the way our forefathers used to live, not to go back there, but we can update it to even better our society. That's what I'm saying. We have everything, but we choose these.
Nobody disagrees with that.
We choose this mass-produced cheap stuff for business to increase the pockets of the politicians, while they themselves, Dangote, will be eating organic food. Possibly he's the one planting them with his chicken poop and everything, and then he will come and now sell fertilizer to me. I'm not going to buy it.
That's my point. Can I say something to add to what Bia is saying?
Go on.
First, there's a reason why Bia is saying what she's saying. It's not we think. And these things are already here. Those places where Dangote is exporting those things to, which I'm not quite clear about, they might be using it for cash crops and products that are related to powering their economy when it comes to energy. There are some energy crops that they use that can convert the energies into fuel. But when you are talking about food products, food crops, these fertilizers are age-long and they are no longer the type of fertilizers they use in current times. Today, in today's world, even the machineries they use, they no longer do tilling. There's no tillage farming, which is you leave a land, it lies fallow, it grows its natural habitat, and then you plant while not touching the environment, and your plants grow, because the essence of fertilizers is to make the components in the soil to interact so that the soil can be rich and then it will support plants. But there are other ways to make those components interact. Some of those things are the animals that burrow into the soil that create space for air and then water to reach the roots. But if there are other ways already to do that. But the thing is, we have brick-headed kind of politicians who don't even know about this. They don't care about
because Bia is the one saying it now.
Yes, they don't care about knowing, because I'm into agriculture. That's why I'm telling you this. It got to a point we were supposed to be doing no tillage. That means you will see a forest, but you will see crops growing in that environment, that habitat, without touching the environment itself, because tilling the soil every time makes it not to produce. That is what is happening in the north. That's why they are running southward for their cattle to feed. And don't forget that this fertilizer goes into the water system underground, and once it touches that, it affects the water you drink. That's why you become sick.
Yeah, which is a point that people should be careful when they buy, because properties are popping up in that Ibejuleki area. People should be careful.
You want to pollute the whole of Lagos now? You're turning it ethnic. What's my business with Dangote? As long as it sells healthy stuff, me, I will buy. Do you know what I mean? I don't want
the cassava. The cassava you use. The cassava that comes from Nigeria. You know how many tons the ordinary farmer gets? He gets maybe 5 tons from a land that's supposed to give him, if he uses proper fertilizer, it's supposed to give him 15 tons. So with this kind of Dangote's marketing strategies, these farmers are going to be given these fertilizers in large quantities. That means their cassavas are going to be producing, their farms are going to be producing 15 tons. There will be massive food production while the soil is seriously degraded, and this is going to be Nigeria, Africans, how we are.
I don't know. That's all this doomsday prophecy. I don't know. Run for the hills.
Not everyone is red meat or
24/7. Woman, if I might offer a solution.
I'm sorry. Once a farmer who used to get 5 tons begins to get 15 tons, we are finished.
Unbelievable.
We are finished.
I wonder if the person building the plant was Emeka Okechukwu, I wonder
Never. I am
if
not
we will
one
be
man. I
hearing
don't
this
need.
same
I don't need to come
tonality.
here to
One
play
man.
for tribalism every time with you because it's too poor. You know, it's for fish brain. I don't do that shit. I don't do that. Excuse my language, but don't take me down that route all the times. I come here to air my view. Sometimes you seem to choose people that come to your platform that speak the same way you do. You need to allow freedom of
What do
speech
you mean I
for
choose people?
all
No, is
different
anybody
people to
agreeing
come
with
here
me now?
and
Are you
air
not
their
having
views.
expression?
One
No,
man.
you're trying to call it tribalistic. You know, you are a
No,
tribalistic
no.
human
One
being.
man.
No, I'm just
Let's
wondering if is there an undercurrent of that, because there's
I don't
often
really care
is.
who sells whatever they sell in Nigeria, as long as they're not selling us poison. That is my point. If you want to call it tribal, I've jumped and passed. Me, I've passed that level. Don't
one man.
play that
But
game
but
with me.
One man, if
Can
I can
I
offer
can
a
I
solution,
interject 1 minute?
can I offer a solution?
Yeah, let's hear from Aizon and then Ajanle Koko.
Yeah, so I think this thing here, this agricultural issue we're facing, is something that plays into what we've discussed before about localization of different activities within the government instead of centralization. You know, the point BI is making with using natural and organic means to grow food is something that majority of the Western world
They don't have it.
They are trying to embrace it right now.
Yes, because they don't have it.
Yeah, and we have it. So if we're smart enough to make sure that we have a healthy population, what they should do is they should decentralize it and make sure that food is grown at the local government level and give people resources and incentives to grow food using organic means.
Organic fertilizer is very expensive, and Nigeria can do such business because we've got those resources to do that. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't matter if Dangote is the one selling it or Okechukwu
you should be meeting with our agricultural minister right now.
I don't really care as long as the environment is safe and people are healthy, eating in a healthy way. That's all I'm saying. What has tribe got to do with synthetism? What has it got to do with selling organic food?
I suggest strongly that this thing.
One man, health is wealth. Remember that.
Health is wealth. This is the thing.
I'm saying something, and I suggest strongly that this should be state by state policy, so that if the governor of Lagos wants to kill all the Lagosians, he can sign a project with the Dangote refinery.
I'll tell my family members never to buy that fertilizer.
So that it will be state by state policy. If you want to do this thing, do it in your state and kill all your citizens. Don't kill the whole of Nigeria and kill the whole of Africa.
The whole of the country will take it because it will just be given to them at dead poor price. They'll say take Dangote for 100 naira or take abroad for 1,000 naira.
What is happening in the world now? The food you eat determines if you're going the power of your reproductive system. Do you know what I mean? And the kind of even when the babies are forming, the kind of food they eat to help support the brain and the immune system. So it's important to eat healthy. Organic is the best way.
Organic is always the best way, but organic products, they're usually 3-4 times the cost of our mass produced.
They're expensive.
That's the thing. So it's not
but it's doable,
everybody knows that organic products are better for your health. But the mass produced products, they are at least twice, oftentimes 3 times the cost.
What if Nigeria can grow organic food and export it as an affordable price?
That window was open for a long time. Why have they not done it?
Do you know that the quantity of rubbish we have in Africa is enough to create
and it still
manure?
The window is still there. So why are they not doing it?
One man, I have a question for you. One man.
Why can't
all the manures, all the refuse that we dump?
I would have suggested that Bia be allowed to run down her discussion, then other people can speak.
No, don't worry. This is what we usually do. We have a conversation and we interrogate points.
I believe we have more than enough to supply the West with organic fertilizer. Hear me out. For fertilizers to form, you need that urea, which is from urine, and then with the help of our weather would help with decay and the microorganisms to harvest those atmospheric nitrogen to turn it into these organic substances that the plant can recognize and absorb. You see, so because we have a lot of plant, trees, poo and everything, urine mixed together, so the plant needs nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus compounds to prosper. So when we get,
hold on, Solly.
Who is asking me, Solly? Did you come to this platform because of me?
Yes, I came because of you.
Get ready. Ìgbálẹ̀ gidi náà ni. Bankere, oya. Sọ̀rọ̀, sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
But are you saying that it's the government's responsibility to do this?
It is, my darling. Let me tell you why.
Okay, but my argument is that, do you know that there are grants? The United States has grants that they can give to an average Nigerian citizen to do this. Europe has grants in millions that they can give to the average Nigerian citizen to do this. So even UK does. So why is the average Nigerian citizen not doing it? Anybody can apply. Anybody.
Yeah, that's true. What you're saying is good, but Nigeria don't give such grants. We don't have such opportunity in
Nigeria. No, Solly is right. What Solly
is saying is that
we
don't have the opportunity in Nigeria.
Is that visible? Is it practicable in Nigeria?
Solly is right, because he's saying that industry space has always been there, and the financing from it can be accessed both internationally and locally. And if the business case is strong enough, you can just access the finance. So it's
not in Nigeria, one man. Nigeria is a dream killer. In Nigeria, they will not give you the money. And when you have developed something good, Nigerian government or society will never buy from you or support you.
Why is the government not pushing that?
Why is private industry not pushing it? This is the thing. If the profit is there, we are already saying that organic food is 3 times the spend of mass produced food. So the business case is there. So why is enterprise not taking it on?
Do you know about the Geneva Agricultural Solutions Conference?
How would I know about that? Who knows about that? Why would I know about that?
But that was where they discussed most of these things you guys are saying, and they actually recommended like a lot of farmers. I think Burkina Faso was the biggest. I think they have the largest participants, of people that are into organic fertilizing and all that. So, and they were saying something that if this thing continue like that, the way, the environmental, the soil degradation and everything, that by 2035, that most of the farmers themselves will fall into deep, serious poverty. So
in CBD, my brother, how
did you hear that, Aizon?
What is that?
He's saying in a world that is ravaged with famine and hunger, farmers will fall into poverty if they
wait now. They are saying the guys. I'm not saying farmers. The guys who are into.
He's saying the land will not produce much.
Yes, it's there. You want me to look? You want me to look for those links and post and send to you? I can do that if you want me to do that. I'll look for those links.
But
it's a real conversation. This conversation did not start here. That's what I'm trying to let you know. And what Bia is saying is true, but as always, you want to bring other dimensions to it.
Tribalism.
You are picking up on his ways as well, Abia. This is what he does.
When you tackle me sometimes, it's like I don't know what I've done to you.
And the sugar into it.
So why can't the government now, if you believe that they are like someone said something about their grants and everything, which is true, there are a lot of grants. So why are they not pushing it to the using it as a poverty eradication platform?
CBD, that is not possible.
That's not possible, my brother. If Nigeria has access to it, they will take it and chop. Go get them that.
It's not even chop. They won't support you. Excuse me, please. This is my space now. Please, everybody, just respect yourself now. I'm just please.
Please, please, just give me just a moment, please. I beg you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very
Because
much.
you are studying farming. Sorry, Ajanle Koko, but I think Dan is actually studying farming in Germany at the moment, so I think this might well be.
But yeah, that is true. But not that I want to farm here. I'm just learning something, so I want to go and do it in Africa, definitely. But let's forget about that. Let's forget about that because I just believe that my priority is to feed. If I can able to feed Nigeria, it's enough for me. This is my
Look at
dream.
this guy. He's your
So
dream.
you're going to do it in a mass way. Dan,
He's
you're going to do
doing
it in a
it.
mass way or organic
Of
way? Which way?
course,
Healthy
of
way
course.
or mass way so that you make more money?
Well,
People will
you
buy
know,
cheap.
the thing is that the most important thing is that I just want to study very well about this farming issue, like this organic and not organic, because the one of organic, because I just want to study that one very well, so that one, because I know that I want to discriminate, but I just believe that I want to produce good food that it will be good to our, you know, to Africa generally, not only Nigeria.
And
because
cheap as well.
You are
sometimes,
going organic, not inorganic.
yeah,
All right. All right, then let's hear from Ajale Koko. It's just really the pressure of time. Let's hear from Ajale Koko.
but I wanted to say something with Ajalo Koko. This is the
but
reason I came.
you did not. So go to it now. So go to it. Go to
Okay, Ajale Koko, I greet you. Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, my brother?
My brother, I did fine. You know, say everywhere still now. When I hear from your voice, I'm okay. Bros, I see say you did this forum. You know who asked one man, waiting Omoyele Sowore do am. He and Omoyele Sowore first drag woman before.
I don't settle down now.
No. You know what I tell you, bros. Forget. We don't need to speak English here. We be Nigeria. Let's speak. I want more flow where.
What's going on?
Because I want more flow where. Because you know why, bros? If you look at anything where concern Omoyele Sowore, one man know they carry that news. You know, yes, say they don't declare today, say they don't free Omoyele Sowore. He no carry the news enter this platform.
I carried it yesterday.
Even anything with Nnamdi Kanu is like Obunigwe.
It was yesterday they freed him, and I carried it.
One man, you need to encourage more women to come to your
but
platform.
Yesterday, which time take career? Now in the daytime, be evening.
In the daytime, when I said I carried it now when he won his case that his arrest was illegal, and in 2019, and the court also awarded him damages of 1 million naira. So I carried it. Yeah.
But I know Sian, and I make I tell you because normally I say we put.
You don't already even if I carry out, you don't already get that mind. You control me. So if I carry out or no carry out, you
no. Because I want attack you because I dey fear say because me I be one ask Ajale Koko may ask you say whether you and Omoyele Sowore una fit drag the same woman wey you collect for your hand.
So look at that.
No, because the way you just hate the guy, me I don't understand.
I don't hate that. You know, I admire the guy now. I admire him a lot.
I beg, because of God, because I want me you like, me you follow us campaign for this guy. You understand?
Hey,
I beg, join this
unity. Dan, you are surprised. They surprised me too.
If it did good
how,
for
bros?
Nigeria, you know.
Anything about Sowore and then Nnamdi Kanu and Bia. One man they get Otilo.
Yeah, it be like say we will tie one man. This one way they come, eh?
I know
Bia, we need to plan for one man. One man, please, you will join our train.
No,
if you not join our train,
you know, say where you dey now, where I dey. Where you dey now, where I dey now.
Clear matter, now you dey talk. Make them throw away for you, you be mad. Now I want me. Now wait, I want me the reason be this. Ajale Koko, I beg me throw away for that man. It's too much.
You know what in that? May we forgive one man. Sometimes the way they behave, it be like say you just want my platform grow. So you will condemn and mean the knack better broken. You can't do the topic somehow so that you go there interesting. You go rattle some people's skin.
I know say I know say they represent Nigeria. You be full on Nigeria.
Anything Igbo matter, they sell market now. You know how
Which market?
I know everything now.
Okay,
bros Ajale Koko, I don't leave the stage for you. Carry on, bros.
Okay.
Anything where you yarn, I deal with you.
Ajale Koko, you wanted to talk about the fertilizer space and Bia's concerns about it.
You mute him or
no, like I did not mute him. I think he muted it. You know, Ajale Koko, he does other things. So sometimes, you know, he.
Ajale Koko, where are you?
One man, I need to talk about this fertilizer.
Who's that?
I need to talk about it. It's Ostero.
Yeah, you've spoken extensively, but carry on.
Have you spoken about Nnamdi Kanu?
No, that's where I wanted to go to next.
Me, I've not finished my contribution. Oh.
There is something I need to say about the fertilizer issue before we make a big. Yes, because I observe that sometimes when we discuss here, we don't finish it up the proper way. You know, this fertilizer issue, there is something that somebody made mention of. He said there are grants that individuals can take it up. I don't think it's a bad idea if there's a grant for a new technology to be tried, like they do here in Scandinavia. If there's a new technology, like maybe a new way of powering a car, they start testing it. There are so many grants like that. But when it is a case of the life of your citizens, it's not just a grant now, it's a policy. Say maybe 30% of the farming products in the country must be from purely organic fertilizers. That's what you call policy. That's a government that cares for the lifespan of its citizens. That's
Out of 70% will not be synthetic. That's not good.
Exactly.
That's still very poor.
Oh, no. I mean, it's a percentage. You can start with a percentage. That's where you know that okay, this government is working. That's why I said we have brick-headed people. Oh, these politicians, don't get me wrong, these politicians also eat this bad food. Their families are dying of bad food. But they are taking our money, siphoning them to countries where they are racist to them, like the one that is complaining about the racists in Arab countries. That is where 70% of them have their money. They don't care. The greed is too much. They don't care about planning. Nobody plans. We don't even know who to take these issues to. So that's why I just wanted to make this clear that this fertilizer issue is not just a mere talk. We don't discuss it here as a gossip. It's something that is real. The danger is real.
All right, thank you, Zero. Be a round
That's
of
what I wanted to
applause
say.
because
So it's not a case of individuals.
Okay, let me round up. Ajale Koko, okay.
Sorry, my sister Bia. So this issue, we don't have to overplug it. We have to. The concern raised by our madam is a good concern. Says if we are a country that really that have leaders that have the interests of their people and the interests of their nation, this concern that Bia is raising now will not be an issue at all. But because we don't have leaders that does not represent us, they are not patriotic to their nation, they are not forward thinkers, they are not visionary, so they couldn't do what Bia is raising concern about. So who are we to blame? We cannot blame Dangote. But the people in power, it has not just started with this administration. I think it was during the time of Jonathan that they awarded this, gave him this thing between federal government, Lagos state government provided that land for him. Lagos state government under Fashola sacked people in those villages. They took their land. We don't know where they are adequately compensated. There was a time the people in that village, the owner of the land, were protesting that they were not given adequate compensation. So
one man, you are looking for trouble.
So we have government that does not have the interests of their people in place, and they allow this kind of fertilizer to be produced in that country. I haven't known that.
Sorry, Ajane Koko, is it a statement of fact, or are you speculating that it was during the time of Jonathan it was awarded? How are you sure?
It was during that time that they cleared that place. Yes.
Because you said I think, so that's why I'm asking.
No, it was yes. I remember Fashola was there when they were clearing that land. When they sacked those people demonstrated, they went to the state house and all those. So that was during the time of Jonathan. So they have given it to them. Everything is given to, it's all for money for the billionaires and the people in government. So, and not for the people. So let us not, we cannot blame Dangote. Dangote, is a businessman. He wants to run business, he wants to make money. But we have people in charge to protect us that are not ready to protect you. They're ready to collude as long as money will come out and come into their pocket. So that is the issue. We have failed completely. They failed us. And what is the next thing for us to do? Do we have to?
Coco, I blame Dangote too, because look at Tesla now.
No.
One minute.
Sorry, I'm going to be rounding off in 20 minutes. So whatever happens,
I just want to make a statement. Let me finish
my
statement.
I wanted to see interject for this issue too. I just want Bia to interject.
Let me just say this sentence. I'm saying, like, now Tesla, he's a very rich man. He wants to make money, but there's nothing wrong in making money and still making sure that your customers or people that are consuming your products are in good health, so that they'll continue to come back. Now he's making all these energy sustainable cars. Do you know? I'm thinking in Africa, all the sun we have, and the talents we have in Nigeria that can manufacture cars using our solar energy and sell to the West. Why can't we do that? But if we find
you must be living in a dreamland.
I'm not living in a dream. It's possible. It is possible.
You can't even feed. You want to be building high technology cars.
Nigeria is rich. Nigeria is rich. If the government, let me finish.
Let him land, because if you are interjecting, nobody is hearing both of you.
Yes, because he doesn't want me to be hard, and I will not stop shouting until they hear me, one man. That's why I come to your program, to become tough skin for business. Maybe one day I could become your president in Nigeria, the first female president in Nigeria. And I will come for all of you that are corrupt.
Congratulations in advance.
You have to scale 2 hurdles. You have to scale gender and Igbo before you become
Don't worry, I will vote for you.
Unfortunately for you, I grew up in Yoruba land and I'm married in the West here, so you cannot use that to hold me. So you're talking to yourself now. So what I'm trying to say is that this Tesla man, from what I saw, sold a lot of his properties and is living in this sort of well-posh caravan kind of house and building sustainable cars. Sustainable cars for the environment. All I'm saying is that with everything we have in Nigeria, from the oil money we are taking from the creeks, even though we are not looking after the creeks, we can invest it in talents in Nigeria. Now, if a car is made in Nigeria, Nigerians won't buy. You're selling anything, your fellow Nigerians will say, made in Nigeria. They will go and prefer to buy from Oyibo. It's not good. We should develop Nigeria and Africa. That's all I'm saying. Regardless whether Dangote or not, his tribe doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. As long as people are happy.
All right, thank you. Like Solly said, the Elon Musk is just a publicity stunt.
Let me contribute mine too. From Ajale Kuku said that Jonathan regime. I think we misunderstand some little thing here. Even the time of Obasanjo, there is one fertilizer company in Auchi. I don't know, maybe you people don't know about that because maybe it's in Auchi. But it's not functioning very well because the first governor in Edo State in 1999, which is Lucky Benedio, is the one that built the fertilizer company in Auchi. Even Obasanjo came to open the fertilizer company. It's there, it's working, but it's not working fantastic. It just maybe produce minor, like the way refinery are working right now. But not that the fertilizer, the government play politics around those things because those things, they are not their priority. That's why you say those things, they are not functioning very well. Not even, before this man, what is it? This businessman, Dangote. Before him, there is a fertilizer company because they said what they used to produce the fertilizer company, they are in the Edo North. So they built the fertilizer company there, the factory there. So at the end of it, now they say, okay, even the time of Obasanjo, which is 2001 or 2, he came to even.
Where are you taking us to, Dan? Where are you taking us to?
No, what I'm trying to say is that the politicians, they don't take this as their priority. They are just they are just doing it as business. They give in to who they choose to give to. I don't know if you are getting me. For you to say they're giving to Dangote or Dangote, sometimes if they want to privatize this business, like for me, give into license. Anybody you feed, he can able to acquire the license and he can able to provide it a good something out for. That we see the good dividends of democracy. You can share it around, like in Germany. Yeah, it's not one company that manufacture one thing. Different company manufacture the same thing in different logo. This is how business go. You understand? From you to tell me that maybe Dangote, I don't think it's only Dangote is manufacturing this thing in Nigeria, but maybe because of him, maybe his company is new company, and maybe is the one, maybe because of businessman, maybe that one.
Because it's Dangote, the name, the brand.
Yeah, maybe because normally the one in Edo State should be a state-owned.
Where is Ibeto Cement and all those people? Eh?
Yeah, even Edo State.
The same Dangote where this. Okay.
If Ebote was not able to sustain his own business, then that is his burden. If it didn't have capacity,
don't you know that there is a lot of politics in that? Although
I don't know. Wama, maybe you might hear there is one cement before, they call it elephant cement.
We know
it was in paper.
They eliminated all the competition for that guy.
This elephant cement, they manufactured it in my back of my house in Edo State, because Okbela, I don't know, maybe you might know Okbela, close to Kogi State, the border between Edo and Kogi State. Okbela, the elephant cement was manufacturing in Okbela. So, and now, could you believe that was a state company? It says Edo State factory. Edo State owns elephant cement, but the kid cement, now they have sell the company to Dangote. Now Dangote have changed the name now. Now it's Dangote cement they are manufacturing there now.
Dangote Alibaba.
I don't know if you are getting me.
No, that's an enterprise though. But let's just leave that space for reasons of time. Let's go on from that to a different space, and let's go to Ahizon. So Ahizon, let's come to you and take you to Kenya, and we visit Nnamdi Kanu and fat bottomed girls. So it looks as though this guy
I didn't talk about Nnamdi Kanu.
But we only have 10 minutes left, or so. If you want to talk about it, then
I'll let my turn.
So we go to Kenya and Nnamdi Kanu. So it looks as though he was already in Kenya. Is really where I was wanting to take you to, enjoying the goodness that we all know.
Because he's your partner in crime. Two of you went there together. But unfortunately, your wife didn't know.
He was enjoying the goodness that
every time you're talking about sexual activities, one man, you're a highly sexual individual. You are a highly sexual individual. Pretend that see you. You know that man. You go man.
I said he was enjoying the
Why are you like this? Were you there with him?
Beer.
Go straight to the thing.
What am I saying? The goodness that the country has to offer.
One man is simply stating a fact. Everybody knows Kenyan women have big EKB.
Who is talking now? Is it Aizo?
We all know that
that goes to Kenya for holiday. Very soon, going to Taiwan now.
I've been to that country for many years. I've stayed there. So I'm wondering, how do you guys even know?
Don't let them spoil you. One man is finished, man.
You are sneaking somehow. Sometimes you just miss for 1 week. You've gone to Kenya, one man.
When it finishes now, you go and be dreaming of Kenyan women. One man, you are finished.
No, don't worry.
Please let's discuss it. One man discuss it. I support you for this.
Yeah, true.
Because we are single, so we love to hear this.
Well, no, that's
I
don't want to hear, Jare. I don't want to hear how one man goes to
Kenya. My brother, make you confirm what Aizen said.
Well, no, he's 100% correct in that. Like, let me say, like 90%.
So thank you in CBD. So I
more than 90%. More than 90% of their ladies are they have a very wonderful behind.
One man, he's not talking about Kenya. What about Zimbabwe women? Don't they have the cable?
No, Kenya and Uganda get to the past.
Aizo and CBD, those two guys, Maybe they like Ikebe too much.
And one man is part of it. He's just hiding.
No, it's just Nnamdi Kanu now. It's Nnamdi Kanu that we're talking about now. That he
You are his secretary. You are the one that knows the
He did not go there. He did not go there in search of Ikebe. He didn't go there.
Let me comment.
The issue, guys.
Okay, he went there to attend the conference on World Peace.
Seconded by one man. Seconded and escorted by one man. One man is the secretary of Ikebe women.
Okay, let's rephrase it then. So Nnamdi Kanu apparently
but we have to ask a question. But we have to ask a question, one man. Why could Nnamdi Kanu have relocated to Kenya, leaving his family behind in London?
Imagine. Can it be only because of woman? Imagine woman.
No, it's not because
he did not relocate.
It's not because of woman. I know about it.
He did not relocate.
He stayed there for weeks.
That is what the report said. That is what
he
the report said.
Listen,
he went there if
he went there to answer. There is this punchline. That's is it one of the online
so it's a Pan-African activist conference that they were
He was a guest. In fact, when he was arrested in Kenya,
the interview Nnamdi
when he was arrested in Kenya, the man said no, he did not, but he was their guest.
They say Nnamdi Kanu, there is a member that promised that want to
my brother. Hey, make an let me comment before time finish, I beg.
Okay.
I beg. Before time ends.
What I'm trying to
Aizo, you're always there every night.
Me, every night.
Now you are always with us too, even though you don't.
Maybe we should allow Mr. Dan to tell us that what.
No, I like Aizo.
God will bless you. God will bless you. You see, I don't know that I have some people that love me like this.
Okay, let's hear from. Let's hear from.
And Bia together for this platform.
I beg, Woman, let me.
For that one, no, because
Woman, you didn't even finish asking me the question, sir.
No. I wanted to let Dan quickly make his insertion, and
exactly
then we
because normally I know the Joe 99 again. I'm gonna just give me this afternoon. In the night,
go ahead. Time is going.
God bless you. Fine. Okay. So what I know about the Nnamdi Kanu, because I don't know, but the people, the Biafra member that said so, say there is a place in Kenya that wanted to give him money to support the movement, and he went there to collect the money. And at the end of it, this incident happened. You understand?
He was going to give it to him in cash. Is it cash that he wanted to give him?
This is what I don't ask them. Because
if
they
it's
were
not
trying,
cash, then if it's a bank transfer, then it doesn't need to be there.
But
he was also attending the program at the same time now. So it's like killing two birds with one stone.
But we're all guessing. We don't know. Nobody knows. So
nobody knows. But everybody just saying this. Yeah. This is different narrative.
All right. So Dan, let's hear from Aizon before. So let's go back to Aizon. So he was in Kenya to enjoy the goodness that the country has to offer, and he was enjoying it plentifully. So I didn't. Yes. So he was enjoying it plentifully, and he ordered takeaway that was being delivered by takeaway now. Yeah.
One man knows how to get me to his programs by all this your patayanin. Anyways, I'll try and find a way not to come again.
He ordered takeaway that he wanted to go and pick up at the airport. I'm not saying anything about threesomes or whatever, but whatever it is, he was at the airport to pick up whatever, and he was apprehended there. So that's contrary to, because all everyone thought was that he was arriving at Kenya and passing through their processes when he was apprehended. But apparently he was already situated in that space for a while. What are you making of this new piece of information, Aizon?
Yeah, so Angelico made a good point earlier about the CCTV in the airport. The burden of proof will be on Nnamdi Kanu to show the act or to get evidence of apprehension. And he would have to rely on the Kenyan government to cooperate with him and his lawyers to get evidence that he was actually apprehended, taken in, But the thing is this: even if he doesn't get the evidence, right? Nnamdi Kanu did not automatically disappear from England and reappear in Nigeria. At some point, he was abducted. At some point, evidence is clear he was taken, and it seems to be Kenya to be the place. That alone, since he was
why are you using that word abducted? Because that is not your traditional word. He was a fugitive who was apprehended. Was he abducted
but Nigerian government does not have any jurisdiction in Kenya.
What was it? It's an
and
international fugitive. He was an international fugitive.
One man, he wasn't a fugitive on the Interpol list for arrest. If he had been, he would have been arrested in England. He wasn't. His gripe was with the Nigerian government, not internationally, which is why he was able to travel. Now, the fact that the Nigerian government crossed its border and abducted a man in another country
is the word. He was a criminal on the run.
He was a criminal according to the Nigerian government, not according to international standards.
According to the Nigerian
yes, according to one man.
Be careful, I'm just telling you.
And he was apprehended.
And according to one man.
Yeah, one
all
man.
Let
me break it down in this way.
That we're fighting. Look at what is happening to all of them.
So one man, the Nigerian government had declared him persona non grata. They had prescribed IPOB, but IPOB is a registered organization in the UK.
It is not.
It is. Where are they registered?
It is.
Where are they registered?
How do you mean?
Radio Biafra is registered. Can you provide?
Where is IPOB registered?
It is.
I thought IPOB was registered
anywhere.
in the UK.
It is not registered. Radio Biafra.
Who told you that? So you mean they are lying? They are the ones saying that it's registered in the UK.
No, they don't lie. They don't lie in IPOB. They don't lie.
Okay. Let's. Okay, let's.
IPOB is a registered organization under the Corporate Act of the United Kingdom.
And that's what I thought too. But one man, it's okay. Let's focus on.
It's not a registered organization. So let's start.
Have you checked it out over there since you are living there?
I have checked it out, and it's not registered.
Okay, one man. I stand corrected. Let's move forward.
We don't believe.
So the main point is, according to international law and standards, he was not a criminal or a fugitive in international law. He was residing in England openly, freely. If he was an international fugitive, the United Kingdom would have arrested him. He was able to travel because he was not internationally wanted. If not, he would not be able to board a plane. Now, he was a free man. The only person he had gripe with is not even the Nigerian state, it's the Buhari administration. So you have to look at it from that standpoint. Now, Buhari administration does not have any jurisdiction in Kenya. They can't just fly to Kenya and just arrest anybody. They don't have. It's not their country.
They couldn't have arrested him in Kenya without the cooperation of the Kenyan authorities.
That is if the Kenyan authorities covertly cooperated with Nigeria, that's a matter between them. But the Kenyan authorities did not arrest him upon entering into the country, which means he was not wanted by the Kenyan authorities.
Maybe
Nigeria had
one man said yes. One man said they would have done this after he got triggered that he was in the country. They would have had a cooperation after that.
But the cooperation was not formal. The Kenyan government came out at the onset of this and
but the Kenyan government are denying anything.
The Kenyan government denied this at the
onset.
Have you seen the affidavit? Have you seen the affidavit that is filed by the Kenyan Attorney General as we speak?
Let's speak facts here, please. Let's speak facts. I'm not trying to make up anything.
Come out clearly to say they have a hand in his arrest or adoption.
If the Kenyan government,
it is legal, otherwise it is illegal.
If the Kenyan government was openly cooperating with the Nigerian government to arrest an international fugitive, they would have on day one come out openly and said, yes, we were involved.
The ambassador denied it.
But they denied it at the onset. Nigeria has no jurisdiction in Kenya.
Because
they have no right to abduct the man in Kenya. What they did was illegal, and that alone, one man will get his case thrown out. I'm telling you, watch this space. Now, what's happening now is the federal government intervening to prevent his release. Otherwise, in any normal country, just for that fact alone, you see, his case will get thrown out because he was
on the basis of what?
on the basis of his arrest, his human rights were
Yeah, I
violated.
just told
He
you
was
on the basis
arrested
of what?
illegally.
No.
He was arrested.
And
One man,
remember,
look,
there is a court ruling in Abia State that just that.
One man, you know, one man. Let me say this.
Yeah.
Number one, I'm not Igbo. Okay. Number two, I'm not Ipobian. I am
Even
looking
though
at
one
this
man
thing.
is so Igbophobic.
I'm looking at this
Aizo
thing
is not
strictly.
Igbo.
I'm looking at this thing
Igbo,
strictly.
don't worry, it's Igbo.
You've made me
carry
Igbo.
on,
Okay.
carry on.
You
No
see now,
problem.
Aizo.
No, you're
Make
not
sure you know
Igbo.
that
I'm
you're
only
Igbo.
joking. Aizo knows I'm
Gang
joking.
you, even
Aizo.
is Igbo too.
Aizo.
Let Aizo finish in thought now.
Yes.
Aizo will continue.
Do.
Otu ado. Yeah, so you see, one man, you cannot illegally abduct someone and then bring him to trial and then say, oh, we're going to try him for crimes committed, when the whole process, the due process that should have been followed, right, that is mandated, was violated. They're going to let him go.
No.
They're going to wait. One man, listen to me. One man, listen to me, please. They're going to let Nnamdi Kanu go because the Nigerian government. You see now, the Nigerian government operated illegally.
Yes, I accept that, but they are not. Let me tell
and
you
quite
why
frankly,
I think,
one man, what was surprising me the most is that the UK government is sitting back watching a citizen of their country.
He's not a citizen of the United Kingdom.
He's a UK. He's not a citizen of UK.
It's a passport holder. It's not by birth.
Nothing UK can do about it. So
it.
what qualifies you to own a citizen, a passport of a nation? Is it not
Or
citizenship?
by naturalization, is citizenship.
There is something you need to understand in terms of international relations. As far Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu was first in Nigeria and before UK. When Nigeria come, UK will pull back. This is law. Even here in Germany, you might be a citizen. I'm telling you what I know.
No, it's not law.
Let's
no,
not
it's
go
not
there.
law.
Hold
and
on.
I'll tell you why.
Let me
I'll tell you why.
That.
Let me explain to you why it's not law. They're Americans.
Okay.
Wait. There are several Americans who are naturalized citizens. And Ajale Koko knows what I'm saying is true. If that American is stranded in a foreign nation and is being abused, like happened in the case of Iran a couple of years ago, the US government is mandated, because this person is a US citizen, and they will intervene and protect the rights of their citizen. This is a fact. Nnamdi Kanu is a naturalized UK citizen. So therefore, and if he was, let make no mistake about it, if Nnamdi Kanu was a white man, the UK government would be in Abuja, would question his release immediately.
Let me tell you something.
There is no question about it in my mind.
Kanu, one thing you need to understand here, Nnamdi Kanu is a Nigeria first before UK. That one alone does give Nigeria right.
He's a naturalized.
What are you telling me? See, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Nnamdi Kanu might be, wait. Let me tell you something.
He's a UK citizen. Wait, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Wait.
Let me tell you something. You make a point. I just want to counter your point.
You're saying he's a Nigerian first. Make I ask you a question. Is Nnamdi Kanu a UK citizen? Yes or no?
Yes, but it's in Nigeria.
Okay, you don't finish. That's the end of it.
No,
that is
because you know why? Even the UK passport, they will write it in nationality where it come from. Even Jamaica give you passport, they will tell you say you are from Nigeria.
Dan, he has denounced his Nigerian citizenship. So then what? He has the right to denounce his Nigerian citizenship by Nigerian law. Dan,
let me. We are in that.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in abroad right now. Even when you deny your citizenship, or of course, most of the asylum, especially when you come to abroad, maybe through asylum, all these things, first of all, you will have problem with your country before the country accept you. I don't know if you know about asylum, rule of asylum, except maybe you marry to their citizen, they just use because of marriage right, give you document. But if you are in asylum, if you pass through asylum procedure, you must deny your city, you must deny your country most of the time. You must have problem with your country before you say you want protection here. Even when you deny your country and they accept you, they will write you there boldly. You are from this country, you come here, we accept you. This is law. And let me tell you something.
The conclusion of my point is that. Let me conclude my point. It's just that, look, if you look at different cases right? When a lot of times, especially, and I'll just use the US as an example, a lot of cases where you see investigators will arrest a criminal, convict a criminal that is caught, that as they're shown is guilty, but they violate his due process in bringing him in. Those cases are thrown out because in this case, the Nigerian government, went to a foreign nation and abducted him. They didn't arrest him illegally. They didn't go through a due process. That's why I'm calling it an abduction.
You made the point. Let me disagree with that point, though. You are straddling two things at once. So the illegal renditioning of Nnamdi Kanu is an act of illegality. You understand? And the Nigerian court, the expectation is that they would declare that as an act of illegality. But they will not, off the back of that, let Nnamdi Kanu go because he's facing top-level, high-grade charges, terrorism, murder, all this sort of stuff. So they can declare his renditioning illegal, but still ask him to.
They never accused him for murder. They say incitement or.
Well, it's whatever it is.
One man, is a tribalistic man that I've ever seen in my life. And a lot of people, I am surprised that most of the people that come here cannot tell one man to stop being tribalistic.
Oh God.
People like I respect so much. I know Ajanle Koko, you should have a word with one man. Alexander Gomez, have a word with one man. He's too tribalistic for this program. This platform.
Not Alexander Gomez.
I won't say he's tribalistic. I won't say he's tribalistic. He just has a different viewpoint.
All of you should have a word with one man to respect himself. Igbos are not the only tribe in Nigeria. When all of you sit down and watch him castigate Igbos like this,
Bia, let's talk about the case at hand, so that we were not distracted.
You see, oh God.
Let's talk about the case. So we're not, because one man is wrong on this. One man is wrong on
this. Alexander Gomez will not tell him that it is wrong to be tribalistic. Alexander Koko, tell him to please. It's not fair.
No, let's one man. Let's focus on the case.
I know you kick me out of your program. You don't want me to come here. I know that.
Facts and not just throwing, perceptions.
Man, listen to your people. One man, listen to your people.
Alexander Gomez, talk to one man with due respect. I respect you a lot, but talk sense to this your one man. It's not fair. Talk to him. Why do you people come here and be tribalistic? Don't you know that I know how to talk? Don't you think I can insult Yorubas, but I choose not to? Do you think I'm a coward that if I want to insult Yorubas, I can't? What will you do to me? Will you kill me? No. But I choose to respect Yorubas because I know they are lovely people. But
she never does. Sorry, stop that now. Stop that.
I never insult Yorubas. Never. And I will never do that. I have Yorubas as friends, but I love them.
Yeah, has never spoken ill about Yorubas. Please stop that. Don't say that's what I'm saying. Let us
friends as best friends. Don't say that.
Let me tell you something. There is something you need to. Yeah, please don't be angry. There is something I came to realize.
I'm very angry. That's why I don't come here sometimes because I know
there's something I came to realize for one man. Whenever you are in this platform, one man always like to, talk bad things that you will not like. Because he likes you so much.
We don't need embellishment. We speak fast. You have to speak fast. Don't use embellishment.
I am beckoning on you to speak to one man, please, with all due respect.
Settle down, Bia.
I'm not settling down. You are the reason why I don't come here most times. It is you, one man, because of the way I am ashamed of your program and Nigeria.
I just told you one man now.
We are sorry to be a Nigerian because of someone like you, one man.
Please, before that statement, it's okay, sorry.
But what do you mean by Ibotik? Have I ever said Yorubatic? Disrespectful one man. Come on.
Yes, you have. You said you sound like
one man we just planned to move along with you, but doing we don't support.
We're just tolerating you because because sometimes I like the way we discuss here. I come here because of Ajanle Koko and the rest, not because of you, one man. Because as for you, you've tried to stop me from your program because I don't like the way you captivate Igbos every time. Igbos, Kilo Day.
Let's focus on the debate.
We talk about everybody now. We were talking about law. We were talking about law. we were talking about law. We were not.
Bia, you are too sensitive about.
I don't know what that was all about.
Sorry, you don't understand. You don't understand. If you understand, go and watch all
somebody
the
start talking about. You won't say they're sensitive. It's not about
I don't have a problem. Sorry, understand me. Ajani Koko understands. I don't have problem people talking about Igbos.
Everybody owes you understand.
I don't have a problem about anyone talking about the Igbos, but the Igbos are not the only tribes in Nigeria. In this program, every blessed day, Igbos are talked about 70 to 80% of the times. That is what I have a problem about.
That is not true.
Every topic you talk about, it will land on the Igbos. You will always visit Igbo corner. When you want to rattle somebody, you start talking about Igbo people.
Hold on, let me make the point.
But
it's not nice.
Please,
hold
on, let me make the point.
All right. Okay, thank you. Go on. Okay, let's. Okay, hold on.
Where is the elder in this platform?
I'm going to Vin especially. Oh, before anybody says anything, just hold on. Vin, I'm going to ask you to proceed with caution with these sessions because you seem to have some sort of gripe. So settle it down.
Are you facing me now?
Yes, just settle down.
So what did I do?
No, you just chime in. If there's
how did I chime you?
Okay. Just settle down, please. I'm going to remove you just for today.
Yeah, I know you will remove me. You will remove me too.
All right. All right.
Can I say something?
Okay. Can everybody please hold on? I want to hear from Ajanle Koko just very briefly because we've gone past where we should be, and then the last word will be heard from Xero, and then I'll shut down. So Ajanle Koko come in, and then Xero have the last word, and then I'll shut down.
One man. You see, what BI is calling for is that respect is reciprocal. That is saying that you should respect the Igbo as people and give them the respect that they deserve, because it won't be nice if any Igbo man here is calling Yoruba one kind of character or something like that. So I think they don't like it. The way like this Igbotic and all this, it doesn't go down well with them. And it would be nice if you don't speak in that language anymore. We just want every one of us to be in peace, and that is the best option. So one man
is that just being overly sensitive? Really, it's just banter. Is it not just banter? What's the
people? You know that we are tribal people.
Is banter now? What's the sensitivity?
We are tribal people, and we don't like our tribe to be chastised.
Okay, but Ajanle Koko, if you want to live in a multi-tribal,
hold on, please. Hold on, please.
Whether you like it or not.
No, Solly is not right. But one man means no harm.
None of you will like
one man means no harm.
And I want to,
I think
when I start coming now, I'll be behaving like one man to Yorubas, and I will see how you behave.
All right, settle down. Let's just hear from Xero, and then we round off. But thank you, Ajanle Koko. I'll take that on board. But
Ajanle Koko has not finished because you don't want to hear him out.
So let us just respect each other. Don't don't call them this.
Is it the Gotics that is
the calling of names and mockery and talking down at us, disrespectful? They don't respect Igbos.
It sounds disrespectful to them.
Very.
Stop it. God. Because if somebody call Yoruba, this kind of thing, I won't take it as well. I will hit back at that person because I want people to respect who I am, who we are as people. So the same thing these Igbo people on this platform are calling for. Let us respect them. So that we can forge ahead peacefully and remain one people. So thank you, woman.
All right, thank you. So the final words to Xero. So Xero, just make it as brief as possible because we've gone really well past that. Yeah.
We didn't really have time to really dig deep into the space that you talk about the Nnamdi Kanu issue before the Hula Balu started. But I Yeah, I will concur with Ajane Koko. He has spoken like a true gentleman, and I think even if you don't mean to hurt the feelings of people here, I think you should just sometimes, like I told you before, like it wasn't the first time. Just try to play neutral sometimes, so that it depends on where actually you want your platform to reach. I've seen other platforms that have gone so far because of the assistance contributions of Igbos. So I know that you want to go far with this platform. So it's just for you to be neutral. But on that space of Nnamdi Kanu, my problem is I don't know why Nnamdi Kanu was picked and he was alone. That's the question. I'm so angry that such a person will leave England and go to Kenya. What the heck are you doing in Kenya? Why are there no people, subordinates, that could do those things for you? That is why some people don't want to join in his struggle, because they want delegation of this assignment. That is how a proper nation should be. If we're going to get a nation out of this, it's not a one-man business. Why was he alone when he was picked? Why was he running errands? This is the question I'm asking. I'll leave it there.
Oh, all right. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. So I'm going to seek to start to round off here. And just that little outburst that we just had then, I thought that was unnecessary. Firstly, because that wasn't even the space that we were speaking to. We're speaking about the legality of the renditioning of Nnamdi Kanu. And suddenly it went just out, that's just an outburst from the left wing. Quite unnecessary, I thought. And I thought it was just an overly sensitive sort of a thing, just a gentle jousting and gentle banter, which we do with everybody.
People are giving you reviews. We are reviewing your platform.
No, don't give me reviews. Don't
not
worry
just
about
me. I'm not the only one that is saying this to you.
Can you settle down, because you've had a good go to have your say.
I hardly come here these days because of you. So now I'm here. I'm trying to tell you.
That's fine. It's an open mic space. Look, it's an open mic space. You have the option to come or not come. You are not bad.
Telling people I will come because of someone like you. I need to stop you from chastising the Igbos. I come here because you mock the Igbos. Yes.
Okay, but don't we praise the Igbos?
Can you
stop mocking the Igbos? Stop calling them Igbotic.
Look,
talking down at them. Stop disrespecting them.
I don't think the Igbotic is just a little aside comment. I cannot
find a name. I can't find a name to quantify Yoruba. I cannot do that.
Can I tell Bia something? Can I say something to Bia?
Don't say anything to Bia.
Just a minute,
Bia, my sister. You've made your point.
You people should listen now.
Hold on, for goodness sake. Can you
calm down now? You people
because I was just about to round off. I don't think essentially just, the Igbotic people. I play the Igbo music all the time. I delight in the company of everybody. Everybody comes here. You yourself, Bia, and CBD, X0, these are the staples of this platform. And you wouldn't be here if you felt that this was against you. We all gather and we speak in any tonality. So I don't like being restricted, and I'm not sure that I want to.
I would have loved to have come here more, but because of the way you talk about Igbos, that's why I don't.
It's what you do. It's an open
It's too much, man. Sometimes I can't bear it. That's why I just switch off my TV sometimes. No, one man. And I said to myself, how can one man stop me from coming to YouTube? I said I will never do that. I will come here and speak. So you can learn a lesson, not to talk to Igbos anyhow you like, not to disrespect Igbos. You can call me. No, I'm not being sensitive. I am a proud Igbo person, and I demand that you don't talk to Igbos anyhow. I tell you not to disrespect my tribe. I am sitting tall. I'm proud to be an Igbo person, and I'm saying never you speak bad anyhow about Igbos. Show us some respect because you are not an Igbo person. I cannot disrespect Yorubas. Because I know that respect is reciprocal. No, speak as you will. You're very disrespectful, one man to the Igbos, particularly.
Today is that day. Today is the day. The day that you've been hoping. You've been hoping will not come.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let me say something.
Sorry. Let me just say this now.
The panel, please listen to me. We are all matured here. We are all adults here. At least, even though one person is wrong, because sometimes we thought we are the only people watching this program. There is a lot of people watching us in this program, not only Nigeria. Maybe you might think that the few people who are in this platform that normally listen to this video, but no. But we as in Nigeria, the hope of black race, forget, maybe we might have our differences, but we don't need to bring it on social media. Then the black people who are even looking up to us, they say, look at them, even Nigeria, they are not united, they are fighting all the time. They believe on their tribe. So we should learn how to respect each other. Even when we have difference for each other, we don't need to bring it on platform. I understand, say you diverse, but at least everybody don't tell one man, say this is not the way to go. You will calm down. You listen to her.
Let me come to one man's defense real quick, please. I've been listening to. I've even joked with him and I've called him an ethnic bigot, but jokingly I've said that to him. I've listened to him and what he has said. You know, clearly he doesn't mean any harm. He gives every ethnicity in Nigeria a lot of hell. You know, he has called my people Ogogoro, drinking women, chasing people. So he gives Yoruba people hell.
Honest,
wait. Let me finish, my brother. Please. Let me just finish now. I'm just all I'm saying is there is no malice. There's no malice in what he's trying in when he says these things, right? I've listened for a very long time. But one man. It's banter, but one man, you know, obviously.
Let him balance it up. That's all I'm saying. If you call Igbos Ogogoro, call Yorubas Ogogoro 10%. What 10%? Share those insults around. Share
he goes after Yorubas too. He goes after Yorubas too.
But more of the
he goes
Igbos,
after northern people.
More of the Igbos.
He goes after everyone. He's not. He doesn't do it. Wait. My brother, make I talk. Make I talk. What I'm saying is,
you have to acknowledge first.
Let me.
We understand we don't have a problem, but you need to also. One man himself has acknowledged that. You don't make an excuse for one man. He has acted, but he's telling you. But he's telling you that it's banter.
Overly sensitive. It's banter.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is what the point I'm trying to make. Please, Bia and CBT, listen to what I'm saying. Is that he means no harm when he says these things. Now, given that you people are offended by what he's saying and you don't like it, then one man has to, of course, like Ajahn Lekoke said, the right thing to do is to say, okay, look, there's some people that maybe are a little sensitive to this. Maybe I should change how I address or I talk about certain things.
That's not my point. I am not.
You don't even know how to handle this matter.
CBD, 1 minute. My point is that the way he chastised Igbos, if he's banter, let him banter the other ethnicities equally. That's all I'm asking for. Equally.
He does.
But Igbos
you haven't been listening. You haven't been listening. He gives everybody
hell. Look at Ajahn Lekoke. Ajahn Lekoke is a balance. I know we're all different. We have our unique voices, but one man learn from other people. Ajahn Lekoke. What do you mean, Kokolo?
It's one of those things. But one man,
for example, Ajahn Lekoke says anything about the East, nobody, including me,
will pick offense. Yes. I won't be offended. I'm even happy that
we understand that the other time I said it here that Ajahn Lekoke is balanced. People think
all right.
It's balanced. The one man is talking about the Igbos, you will know that it's mocking. You will say Igbos can never be this and that. Igbos are criminals. Igbos are this and that.
All right. Okay.
One man, you also have to leash your dogs that you bring here to add to the fire.
Don't call people
this
dogs
Sunday
now.
And then the other guy,
no, you can't
leash your dogs.
The language now.
This guy told me, it's just a disgrace. Because
Soli is not a disgrace. So he's a young man trying to be like one.
I'm enjoying myself.
He's enjoying himself. He's just a young man that is just.
I don't need to make
we really must.
This Soli guy is not.
I have not spoken anything yet.
All right, thank you. We already know what you have to say, Vin. But
one man, don't run. We
always say the same things, don't you? So we run.
Let me say hi to people.
No. Thank you. We're 20 minutes past already where we should be. So we'll round it off here. Thank you, Bia, for imploding the session as usual.
I'm not imploding the session, I'm only telling you how I feel, and all that I've reckoned.
Carry the conversation on the comment section, but here. I say
peace in.